Howdy hobbyists. A few weeks ago I did a how to build planters out of cedar pickets boxes and a friend saw it. She ordered a pounding bench. It needs to fit here and here. And so the first thing I did is, you know what, let me go on ChatGPT, see if they can have something. They came up with kind of a cool plan. That's not exactly how I'm going to do it, but I suggested we do a 2-level, 2 benches, and instead of using cedar pickets, let's use this wood. She is totally on board, and so I'm going to sort through this stuff and see if I can't make something out of milled red cedar. This is kind of a big deal. This is the first time I will have built something this big as a paid order for a client out of wood that we sawed from the mill. First deal is milling everything to spec, and since it's kind of a custom build, I know the basic idea of what I want to do, but I'm just kind of fitting everything. Speaking of fitting, it's been a long time since I used a table saw. I am super scared of these things. It is easily the most dangerous machine in the shop. Tell me what you think the problem I'm running into here is. I know what it is now. It took me a minute to figure it out, but it's still not correct even though I'm getting the board through. I do fix it a little bit later, but you can see the burning that happened to that. Fortunately, I have a joiner that I can use to flatten those edges, and you'll see that coming in from time to time, and kind of a bacon saver in this case. Key takeaway to this whole project was learning that I have to be really careful as a sawyer to make sure I am leaving plenty of material on my cuts so we can get in, yeah, it was hot, so we can get in and cut these things down to kind of a spec. Now, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't perfect, and there's a lot of things that one could do to improve this entire build. But it's an outdoor planter, and that's not to diminish what it is or the build quality, because this thing is going to be solid as all get out. I am allowed a little bit of creative license here, and I'm not building a piano, I'm building a potting bench. If you have ideas of ways I could do this better, I would sure like to hear it. I've probably thought of half of them, and you know, you're kind of limited by your tools a little bit. You know, I don't have the countersink, I don't have the Craig jig to do the funny little cuts and whatnot. I'll get one eventually, but considering I've got decent tools, I can build something, and that's kind of what we're going after here, is use what you got, make good stuff, and try to develop your skills. And then, you know, as your skills get better, you add new tools, and that makes you all that much better of a woodworker. We'll get there. I mentioned that I used ChatGPT to kind of get an idea of what I want to do, and that's all it was. I asked it for plans, it put out plans. The plans didn't look consistent with the photo image, and so it was a little generic. Kind of threw those plans out. Did give me a little confidence, and it did help generate an image that I could show the client, but they still got some ways to go before it can really help with any kind of design, or at least furniture design. I can't imagine if it was a really precise furniture that probably don't think ChatGPT would really fill the bill. Okay, a little bit of drama here. Back to the old joiner. My little pulley broke. And I was already kind of frustrated with the whole project, just, you know, on my skills, the learning curve's low, but had to buy a new pulley, and we'll have to flatten these edges while I wait for that pulley to get in on the table saw. That said, you forge ahead and you get the project done, you know. Guys used to build these out of a saw and hammers and nails and do beautiful work, so I ought to be able to build a planter without a joiner. Another thing I'll add in here is, you know, look how pretty this wood is. I mean, cedar is, red cedar, this juniper is notoriously beautiful. The grain is really incredible, and you get some really pretty growth patterns. One thing I noticed was between the pickets and the stuff that I saw myself, this stuff it's a much older tree, and it's a much tighter, heavier wood, much more hardy than cedar pickets. If you're gonna do something solid and you really want it to last and hold up, go ahead and mill yourself some cedar or buy some from somebody. I couldn't have been more thrilled with how this turned out, and it'll get even better once we get the water seal on.
So lovely, so sweet. Yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet. Everything I want is sugar like yes, please. Love is like candy. Sweet. Yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet. Everything I want is sugar like yes, please. Love is like candy. Sweet. Yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet. Everything I want.
Well, there you go. I hope I showed you something that you like and have earned your subscription and a like, maybe. We'll talk to you later. Bye.